Hi, everyone. We're live. I'm happy to see all of you here today. While we are trying to connect our today's presenter, I would like to greet everybody. So I hope everyone's doing great today. We will be talking about SCORM and my colleague Basil, who is in the meantime trying to join us. We'll be talking about how you can build a SCORM course with iSpring, what kind of settings you should pay attention to, what SCORM is actually, and how you can test it out, how you can do the troubleshooting. So that's going to be a very valuable session. And yeah, it's going to start in a minute.
Hello? Can you hear me? Well, awesome. Okay, guys. Hello, everyone again. Thank you very much for joining us today. I'm happy to start our webinar. If something goes wrong or any questions arise, please feel free to let us know in the chat on the right side. So every week at our webinar sessions, we cover vital e-learning topics to help our customers get the best results through e-learning. And today we decided to cover one very important topic that will be useful for those who just started to create courses and implement e-learning in their business. So today we talk about the basics of the most common format for online courses. Today I'm going to tell you what SCORM is, how it works, and what benefits this format has. How to set up a SCORM course in iSpring Suite, our authoring tool. How to publish a course to SCORM and upload it to an LMS. And finally, how to get statistics and do basic troubleshooting. All right, let's dive into exploring SCORM standard. Before start, let me give you a brief definition of what SCORM is in general. In fact, SCORM is a standard or a list of technical requirements. This list tells us how to make a course that will work on any platform. There is a detailed description of the e-learning course structure and the principles of its interactions with LMSs. Looking back into the history, as soon as computers have become available, people started actively using them for education. That has been a great improvement in e-learning industry, but there were several issues. The first one was that every company developed courses in their own format, and there was no way to share or sell them. The second problem was that the most e-learning materials were in formats of the plain documents, and we could not say for sure if the students really studied the material. There was no way to make courses interactive and more fun for students. And finally, it was not possible to control how user is navigating between slides and modules. We couldn't prevent users from skipping slides. So the question was, what could resolve all these issues? And it is SCORM. Developing a unified standard resolved all of these issues at once. Here are the benefits of the SCORM standard over others. The first one is compatibility. Almost any learning management system will recognize a SCORM course. Saving progress. A student doesn't have to go through the whole course at once. User progress is saved and restored when they get back. The feedback. You will be able to see the student's progress in the reports. SCORM sends this information to the LMS. And finally, a clear course structure. You can create a set of rules for moving between sections. For example, learners may need to read all of the slides, and only after that they can go to the final test. To better understand what SCORM format is, let's see what this acronym stands for. SCO is a shareable content object. RM is a reference model. Sharing content object means that SCORM is a course that can be used in different SCORM-compliant learning management systems. Reference model paths means that SCORM is a standard, in other words, a set of rules explaining how every e-learning course should work and interact with an LMS. Great news is that actual course authors don't need to worry about creating the correct file structure to make sure it works in the LMS. Authoring tools, for example, iSpring Suite, allow you to create fully compatible courses in just a couple of clicks. I will show you how to do it with iSpring a bit later during our webinar. Now we learned what SCORM acronym means and know its advantages. So let's talk about the versions of this standard. I'm pretty sure you have came across them and wondering how they are different. There are two versions of SCORM, 1.2 and 2004. Each version has its own technical features and advantages. The most important difference is how it shows the user results. Version 1.2 indicates in the report how much of the course the learner has studied. It submits a single value to an LMS based on the completion status and this or the success status. Let's say slide views or overall quiz score, or both of them. Version 2004 gives us more detailed information. Two independent values are submitted: completion, let's say slide view progress, and success, cumulative score of all quizzes. It makes a learner's statistics more informative. It means that in SCORM 1.2, we can only say that Mary has studied 70% of the course. And in SCORM 2004, we can say for sure that Mary viewed all slides but failed the quiz. Another great feature of SCORM standard is an ability to save, keep, and restore user progress. In other words, SCORM can save how many slides user viewed, which quizzes they took, and which interactions they visited. Then it can restore user progress based on the information when the course is reopened. This information is called suspend data. In SCORM 1.2, the size of suspend data is very limited. It is only 4,096 characters, meaning that large courses may not be recorded correctly with SCORM 1.2. SCORM 2004 will work perfectly if your courses have a lot of slides. The limit of suspend data here is 64,000 characters. You are probably wondering which version you need to use. The answer is very simple. You need to use the one that your LMS supports. To find out which option will be best for you, you can contact the support of your learning management system or look up the information in the supported LMS list on our website. I think Paulina will share a link with you in the chat where you can find this information. If you don't see your LMS in the list here, you are very welcome to send us a request so that we can check how our courses work in your LMS. Actually, it's very important to mention that iSpring courses are compatible with top LMS systems. This is what our customers continuously mention in their testimonials and reviews. What is another advantage of SCORM standard? It is very user-friendly. One of the key features of SCORM format is an ability to save, keep, and restore user progress. Users won't lose their work, their progress, and they will never have to start all over again if they close a course. This feature is called Resume. To provide the best user experience for your learners, it's very important to know how the Resume feature works and how a course restores the progress. So let me tell you the most crucial steps of this process. The first step is saving user progress. For example, courses created with iSpring Suite authoring tool save progress every 15 seconds on every user action. For example, advancing a slide in the presentation, answering a quiz question, or let's say closing the browser window. Then this information is submitted to the LMS. This information is called suspend data. LMS just keeps it and does not process these records. Its task is to return what is written in suspend data back to a course. When a user opens it again, users will find themselves on the page where they left. And thanks to this data, when users get back to a course, they will find themselves where they were at the last time. And you can adjust resume settings in iSpring Suite Editor. I will show you how to do that later. So this is it about the basics of SCORM standard. Of course, there are lots of other peculiarities that you can find in the articles on our website and on our official website of the SCORM developers. Paulina can share a link in the chat. So now when we have a better understanding about SCORM, we can switch to practice and create a SCORM course with iSpring Suite. You will see that it only takes 3 steps to do that. Step 1 is to design a PowerPoint presentation. Step 2 is to publish to SCORM, and step 3 is to upload to LMS. So let me close this presentation and go to a folder where I have my PowerPoint presentation. For those who are new to iSpring, iSpring Suite is a PowerPoint add-in that allows you to develop high-quality courses, video lectures, and assessments that will work on any desktop, laptop, or mobile platform. I have already created 3 slides here with the help of regular PowerPoint options. I inserted some images from the free stock photo website and added a text here. On the second slide, I used templates from our content library, a huge collection of e-learning essentials like course templates, characters, backgrounds, icons, and buttons. The content library comes with a full service subscription to iSpring Suite. So if you are interested, please let us know in the chat and our sales managers will get back to you as soon as possible. I'm not going to create PowerPoint slides today to save time, but I will add an interaction and a quiz so that we can see a score that we get at the end. So I need to insert a new slide and insert a new interaction. By the way, if you are interested on how to do that, we have detailed webinars on how it works. Paulina can share a link in the chat right away. So let's go to the iSpring Suite 10 tab and let's click interactions here. I have a pre-made interaction, so I just go to browse, go to my desktop, SCORM resources, and here is my interaction. I click open. So this is my interaction. I have here a few layers, a few pieces of text, and that I don't want to edit it, so I click save and return to a course. Now I need to insert a quiz. I'm gonna go to insert, I add a new slide, I click where it says quiz, browse for my quiz again on the desktop, and here is my quiz. So here are my questions. I click save and return to a course. Okay, it seems that we are done. And the last step is to set up the resume feature for our course. To do that, I need to click where it says player. So waiting. I go to playback and navigation and select resume playback here. Here are three different types of the resume feature. The first one is prompt to resume. It will show a dialog window asking if users want to continue or start over when they open their presentation after they close it. The second one is always resume. It will send users to a slide uh, they were at with no question box. And the final option is always start over. This will send users to slide number 1. Now let's click apply and close and move to the most important part here, publishing to a SCORM format. To do that, I need to click publish. I did this already. Please note that if you are already an iSpring Learn user, you can upload your courses directly to your account using this tab, iSpring Learn. It will allow you to get much more detailed statistics on how users are progressing. However, we are going to follow the rule that the courses must be shareable and work in any other SCORM compliant LMS. So I will select the LMS tab here. All I need to do is to apply some settings. For example, I click here where it says size and select fit course to browser window. I want my courses to cover the whole browser window, so I have just set this up. Then I select the most modern SCORM format. It is SCORM 2004. Since we're speaking about SCORM, let's take a look into something more advanced. I click Customize, and here I can select the latest edition of SCORM. This is the 4th edition. Then I go to Customize, and here we can change the progress and completion settings. As you can see here, I can select how many slides I want to rate, which quizzes will affect the final score, and also I can change here the final score. I can also customize here the passing score, but I don't want to do this. I just set it as default. When I'm done, I click where it says OK. I save my settings and I hit publish. Let's publish it to the same folder. Yes, I want to replace it. Okay. It might take some time if the course is too large, but you always can go and have some coffee because iSpring Suite will convert a course to a SCORM for you. So after we complete our publishing, we will see a pop-up window that will allow us to go to the SCORM package. Just give iSpring a few moments.
While it's converting, well, sorry, I see that it's converted, but I wanted to address a quick question to you. The functionality that you're talking about, is it available in the free version of iSpring?
Yes, of course, it's available. In the free version of iSpring, you can insert quizzes, you can set up a resume feature as well. So yes, feel free to use it.
Thank you. Excuse me, can you say it again?
Okay, I see it's done. So to find my SCORM package, I click here, open, and I see my SCORM package. It is zipped. If I open it, I will find here lots of different files that are necessary for the LMS. Thanks to these files, LMS can understand what you have uploaded to it and read everything. So this is the course structure, and it allows to run the course in the LMS. You don't need to change anything here. Please note that if you notice any imperfections after you publish the project, you will need to go back to your PowerPoint presentation, edit it, and republish. So we are almost done. All we need to do now is to upload our SCORM course to a learning management system and test how it works. Today, I'm going to show you the best platform for course testing that is used by SCORM authors and software developers. This platform is called SCORM Cloud. Cloud.scorm.com. So I need to sign in here. iSpring.com. And of course my password. So to upload the course here, we need to click on the top right corner, add content, select import a SCORM, then go to browse and browse for our SCORM package. Here it is. I click open and start to upload it. Can you help me to find some questions from the chat so that I can,
I
give some
got you.
answers?
Sure. Sorry about that. So first of all, is SCORM Cloud free?
Yes, SCORM Cloud is free, but there are some subscription plans. The free version allows you to upload about 100 megabytes courses.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need more, you can purchase a subscription and use it. But
Mm-hmm.
in general, it's free.
Mm-hmm. And let's cover the last question before we move on, before
Mhm.
you move on to the next part of your presentation. But what is the difference between SCORM Cloud and iSpring Learn?
Uh, iSpring Learn is a fully it's the LMS. It is
Mm-hmm.
designed
Thank you so
for
much. And once you've tested
customers
it,
who
what?
wants to train their users, who wants to get very informational uh, reports and upload courses uh, and structure their learning uh, uh, path, or let's say onboarding courses or whatever courses you want. And SCORM Cloud is more for testing your SCORM uh, packages, your SCORM courses. And here on SCORM Cloud, you can test your SCORM package and understand why your SCORM package works wrong in your learning management system, or let's say in iSpring Learn. Let's say you can understand here why the resume feature doesn't work, why the scoring is incorrect here, or any other issue that happens with your SCORM. Mhm.
What happens with the content? Do you delete it or it refreshes?
Well, it's not deleted. It's not deleted. No, it is here in your library.
Mm-hmm.
So you always have access to your previously uploaded SCORM packages.
Mm-hmm.
So you can even share your SCORM packages with other people so that they could view them before you upload it to learning management system. Because when you upload your courses to learning management system, users have to log in to view, and here you can just send them a link to view. And from here you can also send uh, any kind of debug logs for your learning management system technical support team, so that they could understand better what exactly goes wrong with the course on their end.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can send this information to authoring tool support team, and so that uh, every one can could have access to these logs and analyze it to understand what the issue is.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, and I hope that answers questions from those who've been Asking them.
Okay, great. So to start the course,
Mm-hmm.
I need to
Thanks so
click
much.
launch. The course is, so here is my course. You see it is fitted to the browser window. I can move forward, click on slides. Here is my interaction. I can click on any point here and read whatever I want. Let's test our resume feature. I'm getting back to my library, and I see here that my course is not completed and the success is unknown. So this is the part of the course analysis. Here we see the total time spent to this attempt, and I just click launch to start it once again. So you see, iSpring player asks me uh, if I want to resume the presentation from the last slide viewed. Of course, I click yes and go forward to my quiz. Mhm. So I need to answer this quiz. Business work. Say corporate. It has radical or safe environment. Oh, it's wrong. Not a problem. So let's select, let's say this one, wrong, and let's answer in this way. Submit. Like wrong again. So since I didn't give a correct answer, I didn't pass my quiz. That's okay. And I see my results here. So the course was completed, but I didn't succeed. This is why I get the failed result here. My score is 0 because I didn't pass the quiz, and the total time spent in the course is 1 minute and 30 seconds. One last thing about here, uh, we can find the debug logs. So if you interested why your SCORM works incorrectly, you can just open this course, open this log and share this log with your LMS support or authoring tool support. Just copy this link and send it to them. Uh, Today we did a lot of work. We looked into some tech features. We covered uh, our uh, we looked into some tech features of SCORM because it's always good to know more about things you work with. Now we know why SCORM format is much better than other types of learning materials. We also learned what mysterious SCORM acronym means and know how the two versions of the standard are different. And finally, we learned how to create fancy courses with iSpring Suite, published to SCORM format, and track it in the LMS in 3 easy steps. I hope today's webinar was useful and interesting for you. And now I am ready for Q&A session. Let me pass the mic to Paulina now.
Basil. Before we move on to the questions, I would like to ask those of you who were not super familiar with SCORM standard, did this, like Basil said, mysterious acronym make more sense now? Could you please let me know in the chat? And while you're doing that, let's see what kind of questions we have still. Trevor's question is, can you set it so that all slides must be viewed before the final quiz?
Yes, sure you can. To do that, you need to do the following. First of all, you go to Player, you go to Playback and Navigation area here, and for navigation type, you select Limited. So in this case, user will be able to view the following slide and all visited. Then you click apply and close. And the second thing, you need to set up slide duration for your slides. For this, you go to slide properties, and let's say you set for the second slide 10 seconds duration. Click on the advance and close. And if I preview my presentation, we will see that users won't be able to move forward on the slide 2 until the time of the no, until the time is not expire for the slide. So let me just enable here the player. You go to playback and navigation, again limited, animation by slides, go to apply and close, 10 seconds, and preview. So when users try to move forward, they will see this pop-up message, something like you have to view the entire slide to continue. And if you do the same for all slides in your presentations, in your presentation, users will have to view the whole slide to move forward. That's it. This is all you need to do to prevent users from skipping slides.
I hope that was helpful. Um, okay, let's see what other questions we have. Elizabeth has a question. Are you able to differentiate whether to use pass fail or complete for the SCORM can work correctly in the LMS?
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, this can be done in SCORM settings. If you go to Publish to the LMS tab, and if you select SCORM 1.2 format and go to Customize and click Customize again, here you can set the report status for the SCORM package. And from here, you can select what status should be sent to the LMS so that your course could work properly in it. So let's say pass failed, complete incomplete, passed incomplete, or complete failed. If you use SCORM 2004, all these statuses are being sent automatically because SCORM 2004 has all these variables inside and will send all information to the LMS automatically.
Thank you so much. Richard is also asking, does iSpring have a free LMS version along with subscriptions?
As far as I know, we have only a paid version of the LMS. iSpring Learn. I think that my colleague Paulina can share with you some information about it and where you can find everything about iSpring Learn and where you can read all this stuff.
Mhm. Thank you. And Sam's question is, so if I were creating a course to sell, I could test it in SCORM Cloud, and then if okay, my customer is assured it will work in whatever LMS they have. Could you please confirm?
Yes, that's correct. The main thing is that this LMS has to be SCORM compatible, and you need to ask your client if their LMS is SCORM compatible and what SCORM format is used in this LMS. And after that, yes, you can just publish your presentation to the format that this LMS supports and send the SCORM package for sale.
Thank you. And there was also a question from Sharon. So After uploading the SCORM zipped package in Brightspace, the name of an LMS, would I only keep the specific SCORM 1.2 2004 file and delete the other content, or is it necessary to keep the entire zipped content?
On the LMS or
Mhm.
on the computer? In, sorry, can you please repeat the
Yes,
first part
yes,
of the
on the
question?
LMS, on the
On the
LMS.
LMS. Well, it actually depends on the LMS. So I th- I can tell you how it works in iSpring Learn. In iSpring Learn, you can replace the SCORM package, and you don't need to delete anything. There is a button just to replace. You click on it, and you upload a new SCORM package. Let's say the updated one. Uh, so and every all statistics will be saved in this case, and the users who have already completed the course, they don't need to retake it,
Mm-hmm.
and so you don't need to delete anything manually. Usually uh, it's done automatically in the LMS. So
Mm-hmm.
just change the SCORM package and uh, replace it with a new one. And that's it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Sharon, does that help? Could you please let us know in the chat? And also, James and Sam have a question if SCORM Cloud works with X API courses too.
Uh, yes, yes, it does. If we click here, we see that we can import SCORM, AICC files,
Any other
XAPI,
questions?
and CMI5 packages. So yes, you can test almost everything here.
Yeah. So, well, if we do not have any other questions, at least burning ones, I would like to wrap up our session. So at this point, I would like to wish everybody a wonderful day and see you at the next session. Bye, everybody, and bye, Basil.
Good day, Paulina. Have a good day ahead.
Thank you. Bye.